Back to the boat challenge. We need to talk about this chattel slavery again, because it's completely apparent that you keep cherry picking Leviticus 25, 44, and 45 as if that's the only verses in Leviticus that matter. It doesn't say anything about permanent ownership in Leviticus 25 verses 44 and 45. Okay? And it's completely obvious that those folks that are cherry picking that Leviticus, those two verses from Leviticus, don't have any idea what chattel slavery was. I think maybe some of y'all go watch that Antoine Fisher movie with Denzel Washington, okay, and try to understand what the generations, it doesn't just go away. This stuff doesn't just go away. And 8 Years a Slave, also very good movie to watch to understand what chattel slavery was. You could breed them. That's why we got Shaq. Big guys like Shaq, as big as he is because they bred them like they were horses. You couldn't do that biblically. Israelite law states that if you beat your slave and do harm to him, you were to be punished. That didn't happen in chattel slavery. That didn't happen. You could just take a woman's wife because you owned her and then go do the boom chicka bow wow. All right, it's not okay. That's not okay to just go take somebody's wife and do that. You could sell off their kids. You couldn't do that biblically. Chattel slavery, you could do that. Y'all need to do some books besides just the Bible and just trying to cherry pick the Bible to justify your own hate. Because it's completely obvious that by doing this, that you just hate people and want to justify your hate. It's coming out, and then every one of you MAGAs keep making comments and making excuses, this, that, and the other, about whatever you feel because you want to be right, instead of actually doing the research that you can compare what this slavery was like and what that slavery was like and what this over here slavery was like. Because serfdom wasn't the same as transportation, and transportation isn't the same as chattel slavery. And the biblical laws in the Bible do not allow for what we had in this country called chattel slavery that ended in 1865. Maybe you should read the 13th Amendment. Where is it again? Excuse me a second. Should have already had this out. The 13th Amendment. Neither slave nor involuntary servitude except as punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been daily convicted shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. That includes Guam, Puerto Rico, because they're territories. Congress shall have power to enforce the article by appropriate legislation. That's the end of the 13th Amendment. That's all there is to it. My eyes are bad, and I forgot my reading glasses. So, yeah, slavery didn't quite end. Just chattel slavery ended in 1865 with the 13th Amendment. But even the 13th Amendment allows for the chain gangs. And, it's cool hand look. Oh, look, there's white ones. But those guys actually did something, not just loitering or jaywalking or, whatever. My Zoom seems to get messed up bad. Anyway, I think hopefully we've gotten this clear. Do some research on what chattel slavery was, and don't just cherry pick the Bible. It's the point of the story here. Thank you. God bless. Happy New Year. It's the first of the year.